Hello folks, I'm Kev, and as detailed in this video last week, I am on a journey to lose 150 pounds. Easy work, isn't it? And I'm starting the video in the kitchen, which is a nightmare, because this is, the kitchen is where it all went wrong. What on earth am I doing in here? I'll tell you what I'm doing in here. I'm gonna do a day of eating on my current diet plan, which I know when I made the video last week talking about the fact I was needing to lose some weight and I was finally going to get on with doing it, the overwhelming response was, Kev, all you need is a calorie deficit. You don't need a diet plan. I get that. I do fully understand that in order to lose weight, all I actually need is a calorie deficit. Unfortunately, you don't get 150 pounds overweight if you know how to naturally eat in a calorie deficit. So I need some kind of structure and some kind of plan to get me there. The starting structure I've decided to go for is intermittent fasting. I'm going to talk at the end of the video some of my thoughts about why I chose intermittent fasting. So I know some of you are probably going to have some stuff to say about that, but to give you an idea of what I'm going to be doing, I am fasting between 8 p.m. in the evenings and 12 p.m. lunchtime the next day. So it's currently 10 to 9 in the morning. So I've been fasting for 13 hours at this point, which, I mean, it sounds like a lot when you phrase it like that, but really it's not a big deal. I've been asleep for a lot of that. So all I've really done, I mean, you can call it intermittent fasting if you want to be fancy. You could just call it skipping breakfast, which I know traditionally isn't seen as something great. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, as it has been drummed into me all my life. But when I was sat there working out how I could make a calorie deficit work, when I tried to split my meals over 3 meals a day, it was, they were rubbish meals. It didn't look like I was going to be satisfied with what I was eating. It was lots of tiny portions of healthy things in order to get me within a sensible calorie deficit. So splitting it into 2 meals by skipping breakfast, that meant I could have 2 Kev-sized meals while still making sure that I'm not going completely crazy with my macros. So I'm going to be kind of keeping a loose eye on the macros. It's not the be all and end all, but I don't want to eat my entire daily allowance in toffees and say, yes, intermittent fasting complete. So I am now a week into doing this. You're going to see in a little while what I'm actually eating on a typical day while I'm doing it, but I do things backwards. I'm not going to make you wait until the end of the video to find out how it's working and what the results have been. So I've been doing this for a week and I have lost weight. I started with 150 pounds to lose. I've now only got 146 pounds to lose. That's 4 pounds out of the way this week, thanks largely to the intermittent fasting, the calorie deficit, and the exercise. I've been doing half an hour of daily exercise on my little under the desk pedaling thing that I have in my office. And I'm really happy with that. 4 pounds weight loss in the first week. I know I'm not going to lose that kind of weight every week, but as I said in the intro video, in order for me to hit my target weight by my 40th birthday, which is the goal of all this, fit by 40, I need to be averaging 2 pounds weight loss a week. So the way I see it, I've got a free week now. I can do what I like for the next 7 days. I've done 2 weeks in one go. I think that's how it works. So there are 4 things I'm tracking. It's not just weight. I am also tracking my waist size, my blood pressure, and my resting heart rate. I'll put all those numbers on the side of the screen there for you as well. And I will be showing you those every week when I check in my Fit by 40 check-ins. And they're effectively starting points. I mean, blood pressure is already down a little bit from where it was to begin with. Waist size is about the same. Resting heart rate, we're kind of resetting from 0 because in the past that's always been measured by my Apple Watch, but I don't wear that while I'm sleeping. So it's always been kind of a guesstimate for resting heart rate. I now have an Aura ring, which I will be doing a review on in a couple of weeks once I'm settled in with it, which I do wear while I'm sleeping, so that it's actually a true resting heart rate now. So we're kind of taking that one as the starting point because it's like 20 beats a minute less than what my Apple Watch was telling me it was. And certainly less alarming than the Apple Watch resting heart rate was before. So that's the plan. I'm going to show you a full day of eating on intermittent fasting. And then at the end, I'll give you some of my thoughts on whether I'm going to continue with it, what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and how I might tweak it if I do continue with it. So time to get out of the kitchen, because the more time I spend in here, the more likely I am to have something to eat. I don't know why I started the video in here. We'll be back in here at lunchtime. Football Manager videos recorded, which means my sign should have been on recording, so I can switch to editing. So I hope they still count. We've had some PO box stuff turn up. Normally I would open that in there, but the big camera is set up in the kitchen, so I guess we'll head back up to the kitchen. So PO box bits. Let's have a little look to see what we've got here. We have a letter. So this is hello Kev, Anna and Andy. Enclosed is an extra Christmas present for Andy. I also sent him the train t-shirt. Apologies it's not gift wrap, but I ran out of Christmas paper. I hope he likes it. Take care, from Becky Green and Bluebell the dog. Becky, thank you very much. What have we got here? Oh, we have a fidget spinner and what looks like a cool thing to put the fidget spinner in. So you can, not a fidget spinner, a fidget cube. Fidget spinners were from years ago, weren't they? That is a really cool thing to put the cube in. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get that set up for him and give it to him all set up, because then he'll understand what's going on with it. So if we pop that in there you go. It's a fidget cube, but on a little springy thing that you can then. That's really cool. Thank you, Becky. Right, last bit we have. Oh my word! That is amazing. Who's this from? From Sharon. Enjoy your gift from Shaz. It's John. It's the invisible John Cena pop. That is amazing. If you don't get it, if you're not into wrestling, John Cena's thing is you can't see me. A pop that you can't see. I'm almost disappointed it's not just an empty box, but there is a clear John Cena in there. That is brilliant. Thank you, Shaz. I'm letting you behind the curtains. You know there's not a suit on both ends, and I don't tuck my shirt in. You don't see that on the Football Manager stuff. Andy! Andy! Yeah? Come downstairs, I've got a present for you. Put some clothes on, I've got a present. It's not an ice cream van. He's really into ice cream vans at the moment. It's not. It's a different present.
Then we'll go back upstairs.
Yeah, you can go back upstairs. No, put some proper clothes on.
No.
Put a t-shirt on as well.
Yeah.
Just come down with his pyjamas on, pulled up to his nipples. Put a t-shirt on and I've got a present for you. Then you can finish. I just want to give you the present. It's such a battle, even getting him out of his room at the moment. But if I took this up to the room, I wouldn't be able to film it because he will be naked in there. That's it, good boy. This is from Becky.
Becky for Andy to take home.
Yes, that's yours now. What'd you say?
Thank you.
We did get a thank you, and now he's off and upstairs again.
Now back upstairs.
Yeah, back upstairs. He likes it. Dave's now gone in the bin. It is a fidget cube, that's right. Right, all changed. Ready to get into editing mode. Whoa, try not to bang the camera on the ceiling. Oh, hold on. Editing mode. Up until... I don't know where I'm going to put this John Cena pop. Why are you not focusing? Don't buy a G7X Mark III, folks. They do not autofocus very well. I don't know where I'm going to put this. There's so many toys in here already. I mean, it doesn't... We'll find a spot on top of the bootios. Yeah, up until yesterday, at this point, I have been getting my workout gear on and doing half an hour on my QB underdesk cycling thing. But if you follow me on Twitter, you already know that my kidney stone has been really playing up. I say my kidney stone, I think it's a kidney stone. I've not been to a doctor about it, but it feels a lot like the kidney stones that I had years ago. I hope it's not related to the whole intermittent fasting thing. Could it be related to that? I hope it's not related to that. But it's been really playing up the last 2 days. I had to cancel my stream last night and it just hurts constantly. So I am downing the water. I'm aiming for 3 litres of water a day, which is 4 of these.
and just giving it a rest from the exercise for a few days because it really hurts. It's all I can do to be sitting upright and working, which is why I had to cancel the stream. So I know it sounds a little bit like a fat guy excuse. Oh, he's already stopped exercising. It really hurts. Don't comment unless you've had kidney stones. They hurt.
Right then, folks, it is just before 12 o'clock, which means lunchtime. Food time. Lunchtime for both me and Andy. So we need to get the oven on for his fish fingers. I'm not having fish fingers for lunch. They'll smell good. Not having fish fingers. I am having this. Huel. It's not actually as disgusting as I thought it would be. This is the Huel, they call it the Huel hot and savoury. It's not a drink. This is Mexican chili flavour. You mix it all up, munch, munch, munch. It's quite nice. Well, I say that, I've not had the Mexican chili one yet. This is not an ad. They're not paying me anything to say I like it. And quite frankly, the drinks do look disgusting. I'm not sure I would ever be able to bring myself to try one. But the savoury stuff is really easy. It's exactly 200 calories a scoop, so I'll just have 2 scoops of that for 400 calories. I'm then going to wash it down with one of these, which is a Huel salted caramel bar, which again, exactly 200 calories. So that's a 600 calorie lunch. And then to top that off, I'm probably going to have, hold on, I've planned this. I don't know, is it a hot cross bun? Am I having a hot cross bun? I do enjoy a hot cross bun. To finish off my lunch, yeah, hot crust bun. The nutritional breakdown of the entire lunch will appear here now, thanks to future Kev's editing. But let's get the Huel on, which means give it a good shake up. Need to get the kettle on as well. Ignore the stuff that's in the sink. I may be getting good at using the dishwasher every day. Still not good at tidying every day. Special Huel scoop, special Huel cup. Both of those were free with my first order. And then, oh, that smells really good. 2 level spoons of this. And the reason I'm doing the Huel is just because it's straightforward and easy and there's no thought. The way I described it to Anna, because she thinks I'm a crazy person, she tried it and can't have it because of her, don't know whether it's the lactose, the gluten intolerance, whatever it is. It didn't agree with Anna when she tried it yesterday, but they're completely vegan, so it's a nice way to have a plant-based lunch. They taste pretty good, and it means that I don't have to think about food as often. The way I've described it is I now only have to decide what I'm going to eat, think about food 3 times a week, because I'm not having breakfasts, so there's only 14 meals straight up there. Lunch, I'm having Huel every day, so I never have to think about that, never have to plan my lunch. For dinners in the evening, we get Gusto, which covers us for 4 dinners a week. So that means there's just 3 meals a week, 3 dinners a week, where I actually have to think about what I'm going to eat and plan a meal. So even if I make really bad choices for those 3 meals a week, there's limited damage that I can do. I'm all about removing decisions and thought from the process. So we've got our Huel in there. We're just waiting for the kettle to boil. We're trying to time this perfectly so it's ready for me to eat at 12. 8 minutes. It's smelling really good, but it means I can't eat this bit yet. I am also, for the kidney stone and just general health, I'm on my 2nd one of these now. So each one of these is 750 ml. I'm gonna do my best to get through 3. It's gonna be a struggle. I hate water. But one thing I hate more than water is adding squash to a beaker, because then it always tastes of squash forevermore. So I've just gotta get it down my neck and stop whining about it. It's only water. Right, kettle is just about boiled. 1 boiled kettle into the fill line in my little Huel container. Give this a nice little stir up, and then you have to leave it for 5 minutes with the lid on. You have to cover it because it's supposed to be perfectly nutritionally balanced, but apparently by adding hot water, you can lose some of the nutrients, some of the vitamins in the steam. This is, I don't know how scientific that is. I'm not a doctor, but apparently by putting the lid on, it just stops those bits escaping. So I can live with that. Start timer for 5 minutes. It's 11:54, so that'll be ready just about when the fast ends. While that's doing that, get Andy's waffles and fish fingers in the oven, and then it's eating time. Getting pretty hungry now. The hunger isn't too bad first thing in the morning. I wake up and think, oh, breakfast, and then I think, oh, no breakfast. But then the hunger kind of dies out and I'm all right for the morning. And I'm fine in the evenings. Finishing eating at 8 o'clock means I'm fine. But at this point right now, I could do with eating this immediately. It's kind of good that I can't yet because it's not ready yet. Oh, come on. Come on. Just waiting for it to vibrate. And then we know it's done. Timer ready, which means Huel is ready. That smells really good. I like chili. I'm a big fan of chili. Quite how you do chili without beans, I'm not sure, but it looks pretty good. I'm not sure. One moment. Because I know people are going to ask, so the primary components of today's one, flax seeds, brown rice, quinoa, pea protein. Oh, there are dried black beans in there. Bell peppers, tomatoes, onions, chili flavouring. Good stuff. Awesome. So, this is my lunch. Huel. There you go. That's what Huel looks like. Which, oh, it's so hot. It's just nice. It tastes like a pot noodle, but like you've chopped the noodles up to make them small. It tastes good. With the bar and the hot cross bun, which is a pretty much close to perfectly balanced for my macro targets, 880 calorie lunch. Yours is in the oven, Andy. It'll be ready in 10 minutes. Yeah, it's in the oven. He's there because it is 12 o'clock on the dot and he's there. Where's my lunch? Be ready in a minute. Better than a clock, that boy. Right, I'm gonna eat this. Get on with some more work this afternoon. While I'm working, I will leave you in the capable hands of Past Kev, who has a message for you from this week's episode sponsor.
Folks, I just want to take a second to thank this week's episode sponsor, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes for creative and curious people, and there's a perfect place to go and pick up some new skills or maybe just explore a passion project. They have classes on topics ranging from graphic design, photography, video editing, right through to lifestyle and productivity stuff, and even a class on how to make the perfect grilled cheese sandwich. Now, as you know, a big focus for me in 2021 is sorting out some of my habits, removing some of my poorer habits and replacing them with some new habits. So what better place for me to turn for something like that than Skillshare? And specifically this course, Real Productivity, How to Build Habits That Last, from Thomas Frank. And I am going to be starting on this course when I stop recording this clip. And because it looks exactly like what I need, specifically how to anticipate pain points. Because when I'm trying to establish a new habit, that's the bit I always forget to do. And I just make all of these grand plans and there's never any contingency for what happens if something goes wrong, which is why often when I'm putting a new habit in place, it will start out brilliantly. Then the first sign of trouble, it will disappear. I'm hoping my man Thomas Frank is going to sort that out for me. Skillshare is curated specifically for learning. There's no ads and there's new classes being added all the time. And you can get all that content for less than $10 a month with an annual membership. And what's more, the first 1,000 people to sign up for Skillshare using the link at the top of the description will get a free trial of Skillshare Premium. So you have absolutely nothing to lose and probably some new skills and classes to explore. And of course, as I always say with these sponsored segments, it is stuff like this that allows me to focus the time that I do on this channel. And the very best way that you can support the work I do on this channel is by supporting the sponsors who choose to work with me. Like I say, it's risk-free. You don't have to pay anything to do it. If you're in the first 1,000 people, you get a free trial and it supports the channel. It's win-win and it's really cool too. I was using Skillshare for a long time before I even started working with them. So go check them out. They're awesome. Talking of awesome things, let's pass back to future Kev.
Afternoon of work complete. I'm now about halfway through my eating window. It's 4:15 and Anna doesn't finish work until 6:15 today. So there's not a chance I'm waiting until she gets home before I eat anything. I'm gonna have my dinner now. I'll cook dinner with her. But what I am gonna do is have another hot cross bun. So nutritional information for that is up there. I will prepare that now. And yes, I know I'm a monster. I don't empty the dishwasher until I'm ready to load it again. So once a day, the dishwasher gets emptied. So I basically use it as a cupboard most of the time. It's a handy cupboard. These are actually a different brand of hot cross bun, which have 40 less calories in. Update the thing from before, Kev. We need to scan these into the app. If you're wondering what the app I'm using is, and I'm sure most of you know, but if you are wondering what the app is, it's MyFitnessPal. It's free on the App Store. It is awesome for stuff like this because it has a huge database of just about every food you can possibly think of. But that is now updated with the actual hot cross bun I've eaten. There. It's got to be said, the Tesco ones do not look close to as appetizing as the Marks and Spencer's ones from earlier, but I dare say was a fraction of the price. Right, I'm just up here cooking Andy's dinner. It's 1 minute to 5, so in 1 minute he'll burst through that door. His fish fingers and waffles are already in the oven. They'll be joined. Don't know if you can hear that through the mic, but yeah, it's in the oven, Andy. Right on cue. Better than a clock, I swear. But some exciting news, because there was slightly lower calories in the hot cross bun, I can have an additional snack. I had 71 calories left. These are 72 calories a pack. I'll just... There you go, Dave. Half a crisp a day. We're still within the calorie limit. Snacks updated to there. Brilliant. I am home with Anna. It is 6:30, so an hour and a half left of eating today. This is what we're having for dinner. It's a gusto meal. It is a Cajun chicken burger with bread, cabbage, slaw, and it takes 45 minutes to cook. No time to mess about. This is why I'll forever think Gusto are awesome, and we'll just continue to use them forever and ever and ever, because everything is packaged up so easily. We've got all the stuff we need, and you have your dry ingredients come in a little bag. So in there, we've got some cayenne pepper, some chili flakes, some mayonnaise, ketchup, ground cumin, smoked paprika, and some cider vinegar, all portioned exactly as we need it. We've got 2 chicken fillets, obviously not a plant-based meal today. We have 2 ciabatta rolls, a quarter of a red cabbage, a spring onion, a carrot, and 3 medium white potatoes. Now, I'm not going to show you the whole cooking process because obviously that will take 45 minutes. If you want to see more of the actual cooking in future videos though, let me know down in the comments, because I'm pretty much just going to very quickly talk you through what I'm going to do and then show you the finished thing so that I can crack on with making it. So the potatoes are going to be chopped up into chips with a little oil. Gusto don't send the oil, I've got to provide the oil myself, but I will measure it according to the recipe. So they will be chips. This stuff will become coleslaw with the cider vinegar. So that's the coleslaw. And then the rest of it is going to make like a, in fact, not the rest of it. These bits, so the mayonnaise, the ketchup and the chili flakes are going to make a chili mayo, like a burger sauce mayo kind of thing. And then the cayenne pepper, the paprika and the cumin are going to make a Cajun style rub, which I'm going to put over the chicken breasts, fry them up in a little oil while the chips cook in the oven and the vinegar smushes up with all of the veggies. And then it will be served buns smeared with chili mayo, Cajun buns, Cajun chicken on top, a little bit of coleslaw on top of that, chips at the side, rest of the coleslaw on the side. It's going to be awesome, and the finished version will look like this. Well, it'll look like this, hopefully. Cut to me showing you the finished version. Fingers, I'm probably going to burn it. I still haven't quite figured out cooking on a gas hob yet. It's much more complicated than electric. And here we have the masterpiece. 40 minutes later, burger, chips, coleslaw, and it's going to be delicious. And a peep show in the background. Ignore that. This is going to be awesome. And because I planned very carefully for dessert, leftover Subway cookie from yesterday. Nutritional information is there. Time to eat, because Anna's really hungry in the background. Boys and girls, that dinner was fantastic. That burger, what's going on with my hair? That burger, I would be happy to eat that in any restaurant. It was delicious. Anna, your review of the burger and chips that I just made you?
Lots of food.
Anna came home really hungry today. I have got 16 minutes left on my feeding window, which gives me just enough time for a milky coffee and to finish the Diet Coke that I had with dinner. I've even done, I was going to say done the washing up, I've loaded the dishwasher. As you can see, I haven't done the stuff that doesn't go in the dishwasher yet. Because, like I said earlier, I'm a lazy monster. But I mean, if you ever saw the old kitchen, this is an enormous improvement. So, you know, pick your battles and all that. I'm learning to be a normal human being. But that is my day of eating complete. So if I put my my calories and stuff here, and then my macros about here, you'll see that we have done a pretty well balanced day of food. Yeah, I didn't have much fresh fruit and veg. I think if I'm being really generous, we could say maybe 2 of my 5 a day, if I'm counting the raisins in the hot cross buns, the rehydrated stuff in the Huel, and I mean, there was a couple of veg with dinner, I guess, but need to maybe take out one of those hot cross buns, maybe the bag of crisps, replace it with a banana or an apple or stuff like that. But I just, you know, baby steps. I don't really like fruit at all. When I have fruit, I usually consume it in the medium of a smoothie, stick it all in the NutriBullet, and but that's quite a lot of calories. So I need to figure out a way to balance it all out. But yeah, this is me not eating now until 12 o'clock tomorrow, which should be fine. Once I've got past the initial, I'm hungry, it's breakfast time, I'll be fine for the rest of the morning. And like I said, I've been doing this for a week now, and it's pretty easy. And as you've seen by the food I've been eating, it's not as if I'm particularly eating diet food. The reason I think intermittent fasting might work for me, and I know it's very early days to say that yet, but the reason I think it is working for me is not because there's some miracle behind intermittent fasting, not because I'm doing some kind of special fancy diet. It is just purely the fact that by cutting out that one meal a day, it makes it much easier for me to be in a calorie deficit. I don't know why I'm stood like a teapot. According to my Aura app, I have burnt today 3,686 calories, and that's still telling me I need to go for an 18-minute walk to finish off my activity for the day. So I might just go and walk around the block just to fill all my rings and all that kind of stuff. But if I'm burning 3,600, 3,800 calories and eating 2,200, that's probably too big a calorie deficit. I'm all right losing 4 pounds a week at the moment, but if I start to struggle with it, rather than abandoning it, I've got to remember, just allow myself a bit more food. There's a lot of me. I could probably eat 3,000 calories a day and lose weight. It's just sticking to that I've always had trouble with. But we will wrap this video up here because Anna's just got upstairs to give Andy his bath, and then it's podcast night. And we're up early again in the morning because she starts work at 7:30 again in the morning on a Saturday. Hideous. I mean, on a normal night, I'd have been streaming for 45 minutes already by now. So it's nice to have an evening off for now. Podcast. If you have enjoyed this video though, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for lots more stuff like this, plus the other vloggy bits here and there as they happen too. And thank you very much for watching.